Hey guys, welcome to another fun and exciting Iron Might GT7 stream. This is the manufacturer's Group 3 cars at Autopolis, round 3 of the beginning season of 2023. 16 laps, and I can't remember what the tyre wear and fuel consumption was, but the tyre wear is pretty harsh. Heaps of fuel, but there's hard and medium racing tyres required for this race. Did a bit of practice during the week, and I felt like, and I'm with Ford, I felt like my lap times are about 1 to 2 seconds off the pace compared to my friends list. Confidence wasn't great. This is race 2 of the day. So hopping in with cold feet a little bit, starting on hards, and my strategy is 6 laps on hards and then 10 laps on medium. Starting from the back, there's plenty of races, and I thought, I'd just start from the back. It's going to be a little bit chaotic, and start from the back. I do like this track. This is probably one of my first tracks I actually liked. I've practiced a lot on this track. So there was a level of confidence within the track itself, not 100% in the car. I don't know why, just a little bit off pace. But so far, starting 13th, moving up to 11th, on hards as well. Not sure what other people are on. But the pace felt pretty good, and I feel like some of these guys are on mediums with how quick they're going. All assists. So during the week, like I said, I've been practicing, and without any assists at all, I could just spin this car, which I think other people are doing during the race like that. Not good. So for me to give myself give myself confidence in the corners, I apply the assists, which are like trainer wheels. So I don't have to worry about spinning the car. Just get the brake points and my speed right on corners, and I can just confidently just push ahead. So up to 9th place now, making 2 positions in this lap. So traction control I've got on 2. Originally it was really just for the hards, but even for the mediums, I left it on, not only to stop myself spinning out, but also to protect the tyres. Tyre wear is pretty harsh in this race. I'm revving the engine pretty hard, like here, just trying to keep it in 4th, just to get rid of the fuel. So by the time the end of lap 6 comes up and I'm changing to medium, I have chewed down quite a bit of fuel, make the car lighter and faster. And then the other 2 are the ASM, Active Stability Management, and the other one is counter steering. I think it is counter steering on strong. I just felt comfortable that way, just having them on. Quite nervous as well. Really got to, on hards mainly, really got to get these corners right. So here, maybe because I'm on the inside, just brake a bit hard, go into a lock, lose my momentum, and the cars I've just passed have got past me. But luckily I'm not off the track, or them as well. Not 100% sure whether or not other people are really comfortable with this track. I'm sure some people aren't, but there's certain corners that you need to sort of enter at a slower speed than what you think to get a good exit, or just to stop yourself from drifting out wide. This one here is tricky. The corner's a little bit blind when you're using bumper cam. I haven't, or this bit here coming up, this Stephen, but just have a look here. I just felt like he turned in and hit me, and yet when I looked at the replay, I don't know, I get the feeling he's turning in at the right time. I'm just turning in a touch late, but no penalty for me. I think he did leave a bit early after the race, so maybe that incident he'd forgotten about. Check out the car behind me in the rear view, just locking up. So 8th place now after getting past that New Zealander guy, Stephen, or Stefan. This guy here, Nico, who I think that flag is Southeast Asia, so generally it means they're Philippine. It's not necessarily the Philippine flag, but this guy here was quite interesting. I'm catching up to him, but it was a bit difficult to get past him, and there were certain times when he'd slow up a bit in the corners, so I'm actually hitting the back of him. I'm getting quite close, and at a certain point he does retaliate a little bit. So we're on lap 4. I'm on my hards. No real concern on the hards to look after them. Just push hard, stay on the track, and burn that fuel, baby. Burn the fuel, get it down. Complete 6 laps and then just dump them for the mediums. You see here I'm slowly catching this guy, and I don't know, he just seems to pull up short on certain corners, and I end up like I'm tapping him. Now that could be me braking late, but it just, I generally get myself into a rhythm, so I generally will brake at the same points. Yes, I'm in his slipstream now, but it just felt a bit like there. So that's a second hit. I'm not hitting him off the track, of course. So he's got away there, but I do catch him up again, and the hitting continues. I'm just not expecting him to be slowing up on corners this much. And this race was pretty much hard work. So occasionally I would look up and, for example, when I was on lap 3, beginning of lap 3, a bit later I look up and I'm just at the end of lap 3, and it felt like I was on another lap. It's like, God, I'm still on the same lap. Gear, getting down a second gear there, which seemed generally right, that gear, but so then I could really burn that fuel in the acceleration. So this, forgotten his name now, but in the Suzuki, yeah, it takes advantage of that. A bit of a bump, but no harm done. I wasn't knocked off track. But it's probably around here. I'm just giving this guy a little bit of patience. He's passed me real quick, and I'm thinking, okay, let's see what you can do. I hope you like my livery, guys. Trying to get away from the old red Iron Mike. I do like that livery, but it's getting a little bit old and a little bit basic. Occasionally I'd look at other liveries out there, and some of them were like, wow, they're looking pretty good. So watch here, the guy in the Suzuki Swift, not Suzuki, Suzuki, yep, just face plants it into a wall, which, you know, if you're going to mess up, do it well, which he did. And so it's time for me to get back to focusing on this Nico. So I should stay in 5th here, not changing gear, just trying to burn it. I was quite lucky in this race. There's a few times where I just take a cut out of corners, bang. See, there's another time where, and again, so here, I think he retaliates there. Nearly puts me off the track. So this is, and I'm thinking at the time, phew, you know, we're on lap 6 now, so I'll be pitting. He could be on medium, so he'll try and push further. I was hoping that this is a lap where if I pit, we separate, because I'm a little bit stuck behind him, but I'm going faster. So just quickly getting back to the liveries, after looking at other cars, I thought I really got to pick up the level, get away from the red eye mic and try and do some good liveries. Don't think I copied, well, I don't think I cut and paste that livery. I think I grabbed a snapshot of another car similar and pretty much did my own livery based on that original. So medium tyres and no fuel. Originally, early on in the week, I made a huge mistake, and I thought this was a hard tyre only race. So I was doing 16 laps, just making 16 laps on the hard tyre, and then testing against hard, pit hard. Chatting away with Dave Breverington, or D Brev, if you know him. Giving him just pointers on, you know, a possible strat, you know, on whether to not pit or to pit. And about 2 days later, I realised, oh, it's hard and medium, so you had to pit anyway. So I wrote back to him saying, I'm a pineapple, you have to pit. So coming out of the pits, so I was in 8th and coming out in 11th, and now it's really time to push. Still burn the fuel, look after the tyres somewhat, but just try and push now. So Nico, I think, did stay out for one more lap. So, and I think he was on hards like myself. So I think you'll find here I'll have undercut. See, there he is there, just in the pits, 76 litres of fuel, hard tyres, just passing the pits now. So I am in front of him, and now he's putting on the medium. So, yeah, I've done the undercut, and his tyres will be 1 lap fresher than mine, but it's not that much in the scheme of things. And I did notice there's a reasonably healthy gap in front of me, and Nico is, what, 4-5 seconds behind me. So at the moment I'm in no man's land in a way. But it was carry on as per usual, but also have a look at those split times. I did notice I could just break a touch later. Not that late, that wasn't good, that one. So tempting to try and push hard in the early laps of a new tyre, and yet there are times when you really got to think the long game and just back off a touch and think about near the end. So there's quite a few more people pitting now, so up to 7th. I just couldn't believe it. I've started from the back on hards. My pace isn't the best. I mean, the fastest lap is a minute 45, and I'm doing, well, I was doing minute 50s, now 47. So I think ultimately my strength in this race at the end of the day was burning my fuel, getting my car lighter. So where you see my fuel gauge, when I look through the replay, I think the only person who had as little fuel as me was the guy in first place. Everyone else had more fuel. So if I didn't know any better, like Nico now is 7 seconds behind me. Finally got past him. My tyres are 1 lap older, but I'm still getting away from him. And 2.5 seconds behind the guy in front of me, which there are 2 cars. I just feel like I'm catching people now. I think it's this guy in front of me here in the yellow and blue Volkswagen. We do actually race quite well side by side for a little bit. So my tyres aren't looking too bad for lap 10. I know I've only just pitted, but still looking quite good. I always felt like it's just a matter of time. Let these guys chew their tyres up and they'll start to struggle. It's a matter of time. Just be patient, just keep pushing, apply the pressure. So there's a bit of a weak spot, and this is where I catch up with this guy, and we actually race side by side quite cleanly. I'm really trying to get beside him and then in front, of course. I'm thinking this guy's getting a bit loose. It's a matter of time. I thought this was my moment. I don't know what happens here, maybe concentration. I don't know, maybe it's next lap, sorry. Again, a bit loose. Did that the lap before, just going out a touch wide, and I'm thinking something's not right. It's interesting in this situation when you see someone like that and you think, I want to catch up and get past, but there's also that bit of, I've got to be careful, I don't want them to lose control, and I'm a little bit too close. So I don't know what's happened with Nico behind me, but he's now 10 seconds behind, so he's really dropped off. I don't know if he's battling. You look at the top right hand chart, it looks like he's on his own. There might be another car with him. I think there is where I was, I had my mind on other things for a moment. I just lost concentration. But here, I think it's here. No, maybe next lap. That Volkswagen, I think he goes off track. But so now, because of my error, Nico is now 9.7 seconds behind, but there's still plenty of breathing room. That's a hell of a gap. Nico is now 11 seconds behind, and the guy in front in the Volkswagen looks like I am just slowly catching him up again. Guys, just quickly, I don't post every race. Some of the races recently have been slightly average, so I sometimes I just won't put them on YouTube. But if you are a PlayStation friend of mine, if you want to see them, you can look them up in my... I do share them all for future reference. Here's that Volkswagen, and I'm thinking, quick, get past him. He's gone. So 6th place now. Yeah, if you want to check out any race, I usually will share my races. So I couldn't really believe it at this point. I mean, starting last, 13th, and in 6th place, and not only holding, I feel like I'm still moving forward, you know. It's like, my God, I thought I'd get lucky and maybe get up the front a bit, but then as the laps go by, I'm just dropping back. Didn't think my lap times were that impressive. But I just got a gut feeling that a lot of people in this race aren't using the assists, and they're paying for it dearly. Even if they're not going off track, they're probably driving a little bit wildly and their tyres are wearing out a lot. I don't know what happened there. I'm now in 5th place. This guy here coming up now, VT Tomo, he's another one I have a bit of a good race with. 2 laps to go. I'm just slowly catching. And even though my tyres look pretty worn, they're about 50% worn there, they still had enough grip to still push hard. That's quite a bit of tyre life left for 2 laps. So surely about now other people are really beginning to struggle. I'm not too sure where this VT Tomo started, but it was up near the front. Same with Car Wash and Myth. The Korean guy, I think he started P1. So there's Myth just down the hill, just going around the corner. So P1 and 2 are basically gone. I wouldn't bet they're previously A+ drivers. They're doing stupidly well. So I'm just slowly edging towards, and I'm watching him struggle like there. I'm thinking, oh, we've got 1 lap to go. I should be in his slipstream by now, yep. And so it's really a question of, where do I attack? Where is that place going to be where I can get past him? And I thought it's going to be in the tight twisty bits. He's going to struggle on the corners, possibly go wide, so I should try and stick to the insides to cut up the insides. Just constantly putting him under pressure now. So I thought it was here. I thought, oh yeah, it's gone wide. Oh no, there he is. Still there. and I've got some other guy 4 seconds behind me, 3.6. I think he was catching over time, so I thought, don't bin it, do not bin it. But here's the last few corners to make a move if it's going to happen. Still applying a bit of pressure, but also patience, trying to go up the inside. No. Try and get the right exit out of here and full acceleration. So close. Finishing P5. Well, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, and hit that like button if you don't mind, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.